Are you a young, passionate leader looking to grow, connect, and create a real impact? Then JCI Ibadan is the place for you. Join a global network of young, active citizens where leadership meets opportunity and networking leads to action. Develop your skills, expand your influence, and drive positive change in your community. Be the change. Join JCI Ibadan today. Follow us on all social media platforms at JCI Ibadan. JCI Ibadan. Lead, connect, impact.
Welcome to the first episode of the Chamberz, the video podcast production of JCI Ibadan. First of its kind, I must say. And trust me, this is where you get the inside story, like they say in Pidgin, the inside story of what is happening in JCI Ibadan. And yes, we're projecting ourselves in a dynamic way so that you would know exactly what is happening around us. And what is happening in JCI Ibadan basically is based on people. So we heard a lot of stories. Stories that you will... Some of the stories you open your mouth, some of the stories you'll be like, yeah, okay, that is actually true. But don't worry, we are going to also have fun on the podcast. Yes, and that is what this podcast is all about. Okay, my name is JC Adedapo Akinola, but you can call me Dada. And I'm not alone in the first session of this podcast. I have JC Toyosi Olawale.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hope you're comfortable.
Of course, yes, I am.
Okay, you're cool. Okay, and I have JCIN Ambassador Olansile Olanrewaju. Yes, the representative of the Chamber Boiz.
Yeah, you can.
I think we should start from there. By the way, what is the origin of Chamber Boiz?
Don't let me say it's a long story. It's not a long story actually, but it's just we met ourselves accidentally, let me put it that way.
Okay.
I never knew I had that talent to sing.
Hey.
But accidentally, we're at a program, that should be MBA 2023.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. So we're having a program and we are trying to entertain the students. So through that, I had a conversation with Darijin.
Oh, okay.
Silas. So we're having that conversation and accidentally Ojutuku joined us.
Oh, okay.
So within 5-10 minutes, we just came up with a very beautiful song.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually wow, JCI Ibadan, we can come up with something so beautiful. So we did that, we entertained the students, and after the whole program, we just felt okay, it's something that we can take very serious. And we got our very first gig from JCI Ibadan. So we should appreciate JCI Ibadan for that. 2023 convention, we actually you were there.
Yeah, I saw the performance. More of a display, I must say.
Meji.
All right, okay. We're here to talk about the event that happened in JCI.
Yeah.
This year. I mean, we're in March. We've had 3 GAs. So far this year, and we're going to talk about the highlights, the good, the bad, and the ugly experiences that we've had. So, like they say, ladies first. Let me start with Toyosi. So, tell me, what is your major highlights in this year thus far?
Okay. Well, for me, let me start with the just concluded GA. Every of what happened then was actually, I have my light bulb moments, especially one for the training section. Oh my God. It was actually mind-blowing for me because I could literally relate with what the training was, probably because of my job. So I know that I have to effectively cajole people to buy my cajole people to buy my product. And also, one thing I also noticed is that for the last GA, the number, I could literally say that we now have turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
I actually believe by now, Madam President should start planning of getting a bigger venue for us.
Yeah,
that'd be like a stadium or something.
That is not convenient for people because you can imagine we have attendance of over 100.
Wow.
Yes, over 100. And someone even mentioned it that JCI Ibadan, I think it's another time for you to have another children.
Another child again.
Just like we have Ibadan Elite and some other local organizations.
We have a lot of babies.
A lot of babies.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we should start planning. Maybe by then, JC Olawale can now become a president.
That is highly
Maybe
debatable.
by then, JC Olawale can become a president. By then, we have a new hello. And you know, imagine. Madam President just mentioned that we are going to be having our foundation member, JC Adedapo. You are going to
Be honest with you.
like I'm trying to look out for.
I try to see
I'm
that
trying to look
happening.
out for Olawale having the chain of office. Honestly. Don't let people there. Don't let boys go. I think we should be looking forward to that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think the G8 this year, January, February, March. I like the training.
The
The
training.
last, especially the last
I think
training.
all the trainings we've had so far this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the special guest. You know, I'm really going to ask President, how is she pulling the strings? That she's bringing big
Like,
people.
seriously.
My madam now, she get people now.
And she has someone solidly behind her.
Well, I feel it's not just by having people.
Okay.
You should also celebrate that. Because you can have people and you might not even have what it takes to bring them in. So she actually does.
To me, I felt like the whole administration just end by now, like by March, because we've actually done it. Because I'm so scared now. No, I'm very scared. To be truthful, I'm very scared. We've actually been doing well for like January, February, March. We've been doing so well.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm trying to look at how we want to maintain that till like September, October. I know people forget things easily.
Yeah.
So I don't want us to like, we don't have that momentum till like July, August.
continue.
And they'll be like, JCI Ibadan, what have you done? But I'm very sure if we are ending everything by this March, we are bringing all the awards.
So this is a call. Like, I think we just end, you know, she just ends
like,
the whole
like
thing.
Madam
Yeah.
President, that's
Just end it. My own highlight is, what's it called? Love in Ibadan. The newsletter. Shout out to the chairman of the editorial board. Shout out to him. Now you. So shout out to him. I love it, especially because we featured a lot of couples. That's something that JCI Ibadan we've not done in a while, like celebrating familyness, celebrating love and all that. And I like the way that we peppered the single people, like some Nadal, Laulu also coming in again. Why is Laulu just in every conversation? We don't even understand.
So
And
practically, I think I should just use this moment to appreciate the president because it is another thing to have a beautiful idea to sell to the leader. It is for the leader to accept your idea that okay, this is really good, you are good to go. You know, allowing that creativity to come. Because over the years, I think since I joined JCI Ibadan, over the years, what we'll do is just to have a random quarterly newsletter, and at the end of the year, we have like the general one. But this year, I feel like we can do something different, and I sell the idea to her that we can have something every month. So, but not just having it every month. You know, we can just have like a random newsletter. I don't want to mention. Just like some other LOs are having it. It's not really, I don't want to say it's not making the impact. It's making the impact. But I don't want people to see it more or less like just a news, random news.
just normal.
Just normal. Because if I should ask you now, this data, what is new to you about the newsletter? You are aware about all the programs that we've had all through the
year, yeah.
So if you are not adding anything extra to it, it doesn't. So for January now, we have Olajumoke. So people want to look forward to what is Olajumoke. You know, we have the picture of our president at the front page, and the first page of the newsletter tell story about her and all. Do you understand? So the second newsletter we have Love in Ibadan. People want to look forward to
what's going to be in March.
What next? Like
what's in April?
Do you understand? So I think it's just something good.
Personally, I want to make a plea for the single ones.
Okay.
The seriously single ones.
I
we have in diaspora too. We have the likes of Smith and the likes and all that.
Yeah.
So I want to make it that there should be a newsletter dedicated to the single ones.
But there are some individuals that we should still put in their single category because they are still not out of it.
E.g.
Somebody like JC Adedapo Innocent.
That's
Until you
yes, we are not. He's not.
JC Adedapo Redola Ibrahim. Until you do the needful.
We are calling them out right now.
Say you just bring
one leg in, one leg out.
Let's know what is going on.
Yes,
if
let us know where
you want to be single. You don't have dating, JCI. Other president, no dating.
No dating.
Are you single
or married or confused?
Uncomplicated.
Anyways, JC Toyosi,
Yes, sir.
you ran away from JCI or JCI ran away from you. I don't know. For a while. Why? And why did you come back? I'm going to ask you this question and you're answering. I'm putting you on the spot. Answer that question.
Well, point of correction. I
Okay.
did not throw.
Okay, what happened?
Okay. Well.
Don't lie. Oh.
No, of course not. Why should I? Well, for me, I'm someone that I know what I am doing. And I know what I want for myself. So when I joined, I remember it was my brother that actually introduced me to JCI. He's in elite, and he was like telling me, I don't want you to join elite. I'm in elite. I said, let me be where you are.
Please repeat that statement again. It was in elite. He said you should not join elite.
Not for bad, you.
No, I'm just repeating what you're saying.
He said I shouldn't join elite, that I should come to Ibadan. I'm like, and I asked him why. He said, no, I know that you have my energy. So I really want you to go and explore in JCI Ibadan. I said, okay, fine, that's good. But when I got there, the way, there's literally nobody that does not even know JCI in my house, even to my dad, to my mom.
Wow.
By the time he's coming back, oh, you're coming from that JCI. Like, so literally people were like, what's JCI? What is JCI? Although I finished from OAU, I knew about JCI while I was in school.
Okay, that's cool.
When I was in school, but I didn't really see it as something serious. So it actually made me more I was more inquisitive to say what is going on here. Let me go and see. But when I got there, I'm like, okay, what's going here? The love where he used to portray, oh, these people are my people. This is what they do. I wasn't getting that energy when I joined. When I joined, I'm like, oh. So I will always give him back the report to say, why you should have just allowed me join where you are, so that I can actually see what you're saying. But I'm not seeing this thing here. So I said, no problem. No, just keep going, just keep doing. I trust you. I do that. I said, okay, that's not a problem. But to my surprise, boom. Okay, that was last year. I think I attended just probably 2 GA. Okay. That was last year. And after that GA last year, I decided that, okay, I think I'm really going to. I got from JC Ambassador, is it Ambassador Innocent?
Yes,
like,
Innocent.
Okay, I met him. I met him, and I saw. No, you can be this, you can be that, and it was just on my matter. I'm like, what is it going on? Why are you really on? So why are you on my matter? So I think, okay, early this year, I now decided, okay, I really want to be committed to this thing. Like, okay, I have somebody already saying, oh, this is this. And I decided that, okay, year 2025 is going to be going to be a different year. And you two came on board.
Oh, me? Wow.
You two also came on.
Me?
Yeah, you also came on board. And I remember saying that I used to have a mentor, because I believe in mentor. Like when they said I have a mentor, I said,
who is your mentor?
Leave that. Let me see.
Who is your mentor? Who is your mentor?
I think JC Ambassador Damilola. Oladoyin, yes. So she was like, so I remember I'm always in her space, because I know what to be a mentee. I know what it means. So I will be in her space to say, oh, this is this. She might not read my message. Probably like after a month, she will reply me. So I wasn't getting that energy. I'm like, what kind of mentor is this? I remember lamenting to you to say that I don't think this will. But we got along. The explanation she explained, and she really apologized. But now she's actually doing a great job. She's
mentoring you well in the right way.
Yeah. She's doing that.
Opportunity to address a lot of individuals like that.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of people in the last 2-3 years. They have been inducted, but now you can't find them anymore. So, and you actually use one particular sentence when you mentioned that you ran away from JCI or the JCI ran away from you. So, for me, I think what a lot of people don't really get, they consider JCI Ibadan, or let me say JCI generally, as a human or as an entity. Okay. And so to say, JCI is not physical. The interaction we are having, what we are doing, the activities we are doing is what is JCI. There is nothing like, apart from that letter JCI, there is nothing like JCI. You can't be going on the street and you are going to meet JCI. Me connecting with data is JCI to me. Do you understand? So I feel like a lot of people are not patient enough. Let me use that word. A lot of them are not patient. So when you come for the first GA, second GA, third GA, you know, as a newbie, you don't have that courage to say you want to contribute to the, maybe, you know, so to say, as an average individual, you don't have that courage to say you want to contribute to what is going on at the General Assembly. Training, maybe you are not really feeling it. And the next time, you just feel like, whoa, I'm not going. There's no point, I'm not going. But for a new person that will come to JCI Ibadan now, we're having GA, and you see someone mentioning JC Data, Advantage, come and do this, Olawale, come and do this. A lot of people doesn't understand that it took us some months, or let me say some years, before we actually got to that point. Because before people can literally say, okay, they want to give you a project, or they want to give you should have shown like a little bit commitment.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? You should like, okay, you are showing up for project, you are showing up for conferences, you know. By that time, people will start seeing you. They can say, okay, Data, come and do this, Data. So a lot of people don't have that patience. By the first, second, third month, they are not seeing it. They are out.
They are out. Yeah.
Do you understand? And at the end of the day, you are still going to like get like the let me say the profit.
Yeah.
Because to me, JCI is very profitable to me.
Yes, Gary Marks.
Yes. No, it's not even about Gary Marks. But you know, there is actually a whole lot I'm getting back from JCI. You know, so for someone like me, I won't stress so much to pay my annual due. Because I know I'm going to get a lot in return. So I just feel like people should be a little bit paid. It's not about JCI alone. Anywhere you find yourself, anywhere.
You know, just like, you know, we've conducted some trainings this year in terms of IJC, that's intending junior chambers members. And one of the major things that have been repeated over and over again is the fact that JCI is not a restaurant whereby you should be served. It's a gym. You have to do the work. You understand? So you come in, you don't just sit down. You do the work. You engage yourself and all that. Now that takes me back to when I first joined. You know, some years ago, few years.
How many years did that?
It's okay.
No be 20.
He don't do now. No cast.
So why you call they say a few years ago?
It's a few years.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to, I'm going to special appreciation to PP Agumeji, that's JCI ambassador, Olawale Agumeji. He was the president that inducted me. And I remember it was on my case till I joined. Then when I joined, the first day I joined, 3 things happened. The day I was inducted, 3 things happened. I remember very vividly. First time when I was announced and they said, oh, he's married. There was a particular lady that shouted and said, no! I'm not going to mention her name, but she has a brand that ends with signatures. Yes, she shouted no, and I was like, okay.
Why? Like, are you after me?
Are you after me? Like, am I
I'm married.
Then secondly was PP Lajid, that's JCIN ambassador Oladipo. And he approached me immediately after the induction and he started talking to me about leadership. And I was like, I'm just joining. It was like, oh, you're into media, this, that, okay, would like me to come on a project. I was like, this one is sweet, so I'm just joining for the first. I think it was because of the suit I wore that day. Because that suit made me look like, even though it was my wedding suit, it's very tight now and all that. Then the third thing that happened was, I know this person doesn't know. First, I just saw one short black dark guy just approached me. And he said, oh, I know the size of your shoe. I know the size of your shoe. I can do shoe for you. I was like, okay. And that person is actually Noah. JC Noah Agria. But one thing I would also respect the fact that is that, you know, Noah, one of the things I would even respect about Noah and I appreciate about him is the fact that he knows how to sell his market.
Noah. Did you follow the highlight of the last General Assembly, the March General Assembly? Like, Noah was literally selling to everybody, all the guests. Like, branded, I mean, like, I don't know. I just wish, like, maybe some years we are going to see Noah at that.
Yes, we're going to see.
Because he's actually pushing his brand. Like,
he's really pushing it.
He's pushing
not just
his
in Ibadan, but he's pushing it everywhere. And that's what everybody. No, I learned that thing from Noah.
Yeah.
You know, when I saw that, I was like, okay, what I learned from that is, Oh, okay. You don't just sit down and all that. So almost every new member I that comes to the JCI, I would personally, almost not all of them, but I would just go approach them and say, oh, this is what I purposely, we usually have this marketplace.
Yeah.
And I take that market be very serious. Even though press is always saying that don't speaking. They're like, that's the work I'm doing. I'm speaking English now. What else will I now do and all that again? But in all, I think also the experience starts from when you first join, the people you join. You mentioned the mentors and all that, and the follow-up that you have afterwards. But to all the new members or intending members that are willing to join JCI, it's not just about sitting down and doing nothing, but also get involved in some of those things.
And sorry, let me try to mention, I think that marketplace is actually a very good brand for JCI Ibadan. And it's something that I want us to work with our time so that we have more time for people to like sell their. I went for a general assembly recently, like apart from JCI Ibadan, and after the agenda, I was expecting like marketplace. Like, why do I come this place with Agbada and you don't allow me to introduce myself and what I sell? Do you understand? Like, I'm usually like waiting because that's the only opportunity for me not being your member or for me not being part of your general assembly. Do you understand? For me to say something. And at the end of the day, the agenda just ended and that's all. So I felt like JCI Ibadan is one of the things that people look forward to. So if you are not a member, if you are a guest, you imagine standing up to like say shout out to like 100 people, tell them what you do. So by the time,
it's very important.
Yeah, very, very important. So by the time you do that, you understand, by the time you do that, you have that courage to say, I want to come next time to say something. So I think I will implore the leadership of the organization to help us add more time to the marketplace.
To marketplace, Okay. All right, finally in this segment,
Sorry, can I just say something?
Okay.
It is not, especially for the new inductees and all, it is not everybody that has, we have our personality differs. For me, if I don't understand anything, I can enter into anybody's DM. Like probably that majority I don't even know their face, but I can literally say I've entered their DM to ask question if I am not clear with, or do you think this thing should be done? But we have some that might not have that boldness to say, okay, I want to act. So it is also important that for the mentor, for the mentorship and for the mentee, it should not. We can't overemphasize it. And I feel that there should be a platform. I mean, probably from the Madam President and for the board now, whereby they get feedback. If you are allotting a mentee to a mentor, you should that the mentors also should be accountable. They should be accountable. Where you're asking them questions, what have you done with your mentee? What is happening with them? The president cannot do everything. The president cannot be in everybody's space. So that is why we have people to help her, and of course to get that result we wanted. So we can't overemphasize it, because now I've been seeing. I remember when I was inducted, that was the very day that they told me, Jumoke, this is my mentor. But for the over GA, I don't think I've heard such. I've not heard such that, okay, this is the person that will be mentoring you. Okay, that's fine. But if we have, the mentors also should be accountable. Get them accountable. What is
very key.
Very, very important. So from there we'll see results. We'll see people turning up to say, oh, this is that.
All right. Finally, on this segment, we're just going to talk about two things that are coming to my mind, but let me just stick to one. So how has JCI impacted you personally in terms of, okay, this is who I was before I joined, and this is who I am now? What are the things that has changed, inside of me? Advantage, I'd like you to go first.
Okay, so for me, there is actually a whole lot I can say, but I will just pick a particular point. So for me, I think there was a training I handled for some individuals, and I told them, after graduation, after your undergraduate graduation, like what you have the opportunity to write on your CV is just say the university you graduated from, your course of study, and your grade. So after then, what do you need to write? What you are going to write are probably like the activities that you have had over the years that will count as your experience. So for me, I've not really worked as a professional. I've worked with some companies, with some brands, but not like really for long. But JCI has given me that added advantage, that added opportunity, because JCI is a global brand.
Yes.
Do you understand? And there is no way I want to sell myself. I need to add JCI to it. So if you check my CV now, JCI is actually taking more like 50% of my experience. Wow. You know, I've been a director of this, I've been a director of that, I've handled this project and all. So I can't tell you I was chairperson of JC Adedapo Business Summit. Do you know what a business summit is? For JCI Ibadan? Do you understand? So personally for me, it has impacted my brand, my personal brand, because so to say. So everywhere I find myself, I always talked about JCI because that is really what I can hold on to. Every other brand, every other company I've worked with, maybe like 3 months, 4 months, you understand? But JCI, I've been consistent. I joined JCI since 2016, like as an undergraduate.
Okay.
This is 2025. Do you know how many years now? Almost a decade.